These are the best 2 day trips from Marrakech. I loved Morocco's most famous city, but there are some excellent day trip destinations that can help you see another side to Morocco. So I decided to leave the big city behind and visit Essaouira, the Atlas Mountains. To answer the question, what is the best day trip from Marrakech? Here's what I thought. Today we are heading to Essaouira. So this is a city on the coast of Morocco. It is about a 2-hour, 45-minute drive from Marrakech. We've booked a private day tour with Fez Day Tours, so let's head out and meet our driver. So we're on the road to Essaouira and there's lots of argan trees en route.
Argan nuts.
Yeah.
And there are so many cooperatives in here, in this area, where women abstract oil from argan nuts.
Okay. And what's argan oil used for?
For cosmetics, for eating, and for cooking.
Okay. Nice. We've just made another stop at a argan oil cooperative. So these are businesses that are run by local women and they make the argan oil here from the argan nuts and they make them into all sorts of different products.
Argan oil.
Yes.
Honey from argan flower. Honey from orange flower. عملوا bien Berber Nutella.
Thank you.
Royalty.
Royalty.
Yes.
Ah. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
African ginseng. Rose. Lemongrass.
Ah.
Alors argan only in here. Just in here. Essaouira Marrakech, Essaouira Agadir, only in here. This is the fruit. This is the fruit from argan tree. Season June, July, and August. June, July, August.
Okay.
And for argan oil, we have different steps. First one, peeling, look. Peeling inside nuts. Because we have 2 sorts of oil, one for food, one for massage. For food, roasted.
Black soap.
For hammam, you know?
Ah, yes.
Butter.
Yes.
Just
Nice.
oil, honey, and almond.
So these cooperatives are all along the road to Essaouira, and while they are touristy, like they are built for tourists, they are also a way to give local women an income, and the prices of the products is quite high, but when you also take into account that you're having a little look around, you get a cup of tea and a little bit of a snack as well, and if there's something that you genuinely want and need, it is high quality stuff, so I would definitely recommend stopping, having a little look at them. My mum actually needed some face wash. She bought some for 300 dirhams, which is about 30 euros. So I know, a bit expensive, but it is good quality stuff. We've just stopped at a viewpoint where we can see Essaouira. Hello. No, merci. Here we go. This is the city.
So that is Essaouira, one of the 9 sites of UNESCO. World Heritage Site by UNESCO since 2001.
Right.
This one here.
Yeah.
And it was first inhabited by Berber. Essaouira is known by the wind, the city of wind.
City of wind.
Yeah,
I
brought my
fleece then.
Yeah,
It's hot though.
Yeah, and here where they do like kite surf and surf.
Yes.
Yeah, in this city.
So we've just come down to what looks like an extremely congested harbour, and you can't smell through the microphone, but it smells very, very fishy. So I'm guessing this is where all the boats leave from, but the ones down here must not be able to get out for a while. And then up here you've got some larger boats. So we've just been let loose in Essaouira. So it took about 3 hours to drive here from Marrakech, but honestly it was quite a nice drive. Lots of rural scenery out of the window. We had the argan oil stop. We stopped at a couple of trees as well. Now we're in Essaouira, which is a walled city on the coast of Morocco. It's a very multicultural place. It was colonised by Portugal, as was all of Morocco's Atlantic coast. And then, of course, like the rest of Morocco, it was colonised by the French. Nowadays, it's well known for its fishing port, as you can see behind me, for its old city and also for its position on the spice trading route. In fact, it was once known as the Timbuktu of Morocco because of the wealth of goods that used to be traded from sub-Saharan Africa. So we've just started here by the port, and actually it is really nice to see a very local looking port, and it's very much working. There's, you know, you can actually see people bringing the fish in, and it doesn't feel over touristy at all. So let's have a little walk around. It's really cool to see a really local Moroccan market, and I don't even eat fish, so I'm not personally going to buy anything. But I'm guessing if you had a kitchen, you'd just come here, get some seafood. I need to go find my mum. I've just left her at the archway to the entrance of the Kasbah. So this is the entrance to the Medina. Right here. My mum's just waiting for me here. Hello.
Hi.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
What's happening down the other side?
Just a lot of fish, really.
Yeah, but all those boats, they just seem to be inactive, didn't they?
Yeah, I couldn't really see them moving anywhere, but I guess they just get them out as and when. They get them out early in the morning,
Yeah,
and they're probably
maybe.
back by now. They all go out at the same time. But yeah, there's a lot of fish. Merci beaucoup. Yeah, got some change now.
Yeah.
Just on the Essaouira city walls now. This is ticketed. It costs 60 dirhams, which is about €6, to come up and just have a little walk around. I'm not sure how far we can go. I live on the coast in Devon in England, and there are so many seagulls there, but I think there's actually more here. I have a long-standing joke with my partner that seagulls are my spirit animal. So let's take a picture to send to him. And here we've got a good view of the fish market as well. So this is where I just walked along. So it looks like you go up these really narrow steps to get to the top of the tower. And we've made it to the top of the tower. This is where you can get a really lovely viewpoint of the whole city. But let me tell you, bit of a breeze here. Definitely feel that we're that much closer to the Atlantic. Let's go and have a little look at this tower here. We've got these 4 towers in each corner, and each one has a slightly different viewpoint. This one looks out over the harbour. And wow, look at all those fishing boats. Tons of them. Now I think we're going to walk into the main city here, this area now. Ready to go down? I don't even normally like cats, but there's so many in Morocco. So many kittens as well. Look at this one. It is so windy that I'm going to have to tie my hair up. But we're going to go down from the wall now and walk into the city. We've stopped at Cafe Restaurant Marrakech, even though we're in Essaouira. This is just past the city walls at the beginning of the Medina. We stopped here because there were quite a lot of vegetarian options on the menu. So Mum and I are both vegetarian. Mum's more pescatarian, she eats a bit of fish. But we did think that vegetarian couscous and vegetarian tagine are probably going to get quite repetitive quite quickly. So I'd actually gone for vegetarian tacos. Curious to see how these turn out. We've also both got orange juice. This is delicious, actually, really fresh. And Mum's gone for a banana crepe. So the vegetarian tacos were 35 dirhams, which is about €3.50. Orange juice was 20 dirhams. The crepe was 25 dirhams, about €2.50. What were the options?
What, pancakes?
Yeah.
Well, it was said Nutella and banana. I don't know what the other one was. Bananas inside it as well. Oh, I think I've got extra banana.
Oh, the banana. Not really very authentic tacos, but let's see what they taste like. I guess I'll just pick it up like this. It's like a huge toasty.
Yeah.
Ooh. Very cheesy. So we're walking down sort of the main souk's bazaar area now. One thing that I really noticed is that the buildings are different here. So All the buildings are sort of whitewashed, whereas in Marrakech they're all red. And Marrakech is actually known as the Red City, and I think they have to be, the buildings have to be red there. There's lots of souvenir shops. I actually just went into a shop and did some of my Christmas shopping. But there's also quite a lot of places where you can get argan oil again, like the place where we stopped earlier, and juice stands, all sorts really. This is honestly a huge shopping street, and you can get just about anything. Now, one of my top recommendations, having spent the afternoon in Essaouira, would be to not go to the first restaurant you see. We were really hungry, we hadn't really eaten much breakfast, so we ended up just stopping very close to the sea. But actually there's some really cute looking cafes selling a range of different food if you just walk a little bit further, especially along this like shopping street. We're walking through one of the side streets now, and I really recommend doing this in any Moroccan city. You've got the big shopping streets where you can buy loads and loads of stuff, but then there's also loads of these little quieter streets in every Medina. And A, they're very relaxing, but B, they give you a bit more of a feel for local life. Got a little bit lost in the walls of the Medina for a moment, but we think we found our way to the sea now. You can feel it's getting windier, and I think we can hear the sea. 42 Yemen Street, Yemen. So we've just come to this little craft market that kind of leads underneath the walls. It's quite cool, but it seems to focus just on sort of handiworks, weaved baskets, decorations, that kind of thing. Of course, every afternoon in Morocco should end with a mint tea. It is a pretty chilled out city. Not a huge amount going on, but it's nice to have a little stroll around, see the walls and all of the handicrafts as well. There's so many handicrafts here. Like, if you want to go souvenir shopping in Morocco, this is the place. And some of the places do actually have their prices written down, and I actually thought they were all very reasonable. So we are just off to find our driver now, and we're going to make the drive back to Marrakech. Oh, that's a nice view. Just have a quick look at that. It's a nice Atlantic view just in front of us. Essaouira is also really popular with surfers and windsurfers. Didn't quite fancy trying any of those today. It's the Atlantic Ocean, so the waves are pretty strong here, unlike Tangier, which is on the Mediterranean Sea. So if you look at the map of Morocco, it kind of goes around the corner. And just over here is the Essaouira beach. Really much surf actually there, so I'm guessing the surf spots are a bit out of town. Just looking rather windswept. We did see some people windsurfing as we came in. And we're just heading back up here where our driver dropped us off to meet him. Did it? Just a quick reminder, if you're not already, to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, where I post daily short form videos and photo posts. Morning, good morning. These Riads are absolutely palatial. I love them, but they do get very, very dark. Obviously that is because in the summer it gets really hot, so the less windows they have, the less heat they let in. Makes perfect sense, but does make it a bit difficult to find places to film my intro in the morning. Anyway, today we are doing our second day trip from Marrakech, and we are going to the Atlas Mountains. So I will take you along with me, show you what we get up to, and at the end of the video I'll assess which is the best day trip from Marrakech, Essaouira or Atlas Mountains. First up, we have reserved breakfast here today. So the lovely housekeeper comes in and cooks us the breakfast and serves it to us in the dining room. This is what I'm wearing today. It's the baggy top with longer sleeves and these trousers, which I do get a little bit sick of wearing because I literally wear these all the time, but they are very, very good in more modest countries, I figured today we are going to be going to some Berber villages and to some more conservative areas, so I figured it was best to cover up a little bit more. Good morning. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Good. Lovely. So we have made it to the High Atlas Mountains. This is only an hour or so drive from Marrakech, and it is a completely different world. So we've just stopped to take in one of the viewpoints here, and you can see, we turn you around, see a little one of the villages here that's just nestled into the mountainside. And Saeed told us that the main industries here are agriculture and selling livestock, and this is a typical village. The colourful building that you can see that is blue and green, that is a primary school, and it's always the most colourful building. Then sweeping around from the mountains here, you've got these gorgeous plants which the colours almost look a bit autumnal. It is absolutely beautiful here, but the drive up was quite sad because we saw some of the villages that did have a lot of devastation during the earthquake last year. A lot of people are still living in tents or temporary shelters as they try and rebuild their homes, and there was so much devastation in this part of Morocco. 30,000 people lost their lives, which is absolutely tragic. I'm going to have a little look when I'm back at my computer about some charities or some ways that we can help. So I don't know how well it's showing up on the video, but there's actually 5 villages here. One up there, and then one here, one here, and then 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, 4, 5, yeah. So as I said earlier, all of these buildings look quite similar, and then the primary school is incredibly colourful. It's this building here. Definitely noticed there's a bit more chill in the air now. I'm not sure how high we are altitude wise, but it definitely feels chillier than in Marrakech. Now, Saeed told me there is a good viewpoint here. So this is village number 1. And Saeed says every village has a mosque and a primary school, although I can't see the mosque from here, so maybe it is around the other side. The mosque is around the other side, maybe? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Only one village. Ah, okay. Yeah. Big village. So how many people live here?
About 300 people living here.
300.
Yes. And they are all one big family.
Ah.
Relatives, you know?
Yeah, yeah. So this is all the Ourika Valley.
This is Ourika Valley.
Ourika Valley.
Yeah, which is one of the famous valleys in Morocco.
Yeah.
Due to its nature,
Mhm.
water, weather, and also waterfalls.
Waterfalls.
Yes.
Ah, yeah. I saw a picture of some of the waterfalls. I
there's
think.
waterfalls in here.
Yeah.
And so many people from Marrakech, they come here
Yeah.
and they spend the whole day in here.
Mhm.
Oh, it's a holiday
Yeah,
place.
the whole day.
Yeah, yeah.
Whole day, they spend it in here in Ourika Valley,
Mhm.
and they escape from the heat of Marrakech
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So in the summer,
in the summertime.
if it's like 45 degrees in Marrakech, what is it like here?
25,
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
Much nicer.
Yeah, much nicer.
Yeah. How high are we here?
Like maybe 1400.
Okay.
Yeah, 1400
Yeah.
meters.
It's about 1,000 more than Marrakech.
Yes.
And we're getting a coffee. They've got a full coffee machine in the boot of this car. Shukran. So I've got my coffee. Looks like quite a strong espresso. And we've got a view. Just these views. Don't really want to see me when the views are this beautiful. But, oh, it's just so peaceful. Just hear the birds. There's not that many people around. It is pretty untouched from mass tourism, at least. There is some tourism, but I think the tourism that there is sort of a sustainable tourism that helps support the communities here. And it's just so peaceful. I wish I could spend a week here. Look at these mountains. It's stunning. Oh. All right. So what's this area called?
Sidi Fadma.
Sidi Fadma.
Orica Valley, but the village is called Sidi Fadma.
Okay, and this is one of the most popular villages?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, we can get a little bit of lunch. So we are in Sidi Fatma village, and this is where a lot of people leave to hike to waterfalls. I will put in a picture of said waterfalls. We're actually just sticking to the village. I'm trying to rest my legs a little bit because last week when I was at home I was not resting my legs at all. So we're just having a little stroll around the village now. This is quite touristy. It's definitely the most touristy place we've seen today, but it's still a really, really nice setting. There you go, there's the mosque and there's the end of the road. We have come to a riverside restaurant for lunch. Didn't have too many vegetarian options, but we've got the classic vegetable tagine, and actually it looks really, really good. Look at that. Jus d'orange. And we're in this lovely setting. These are right by the river, and then it's just cascading through. Cheers. Well, it's very potatoey.
They cook it in these pots. They must do.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
So they put the veg in
Yeah.
and bake it in the oven.
Either oven or on a stove. So we have come to a traditional Berber village, and there is a house here that opens its doors to the public, and they sell tea and a few snacks, I think, as well. So we've had a little look around. I was very impressed by their hammam. They have their own one-person hammam here, which is really cool. Let me show you. So this is a hammam just for one person. So it's slit down there, and then one person can fit in here, and then all the steam escapes from at the top. And I also love the array of tagines that they have in the kitchen. And it is in such a beautiful location. So it's really nice here. I think we're going to grab a mint tea and toast to a successful day in the Atlas Mountains. So the cow is for milk, yeah.
For milk and butter.
Yeah. Do they sell the milk as well, or is it just for the milk for the house?
Only for themselves.
Okay.
Look at with sugar or without sugar?
A little. Do I say thank you in Berber again?
Tanimert.
Tanimert. Tanimert. Tanimert. So after taking 2 day trips from Marrakech, one to Essaouira and one to the Atlas Mountains, what is the best in my eyes? So if you only have one day, which one should you do? In my opinion, it is the Atlas Mountains. So the Atlas Mountains is an easier day trip. Although it's mountain roads, it is not as far away as Essaouira. You'll be in the car for more of the day because you'll be driving around a bit more, but you'll only be driving for maximum an hour at a time, I'd say. There's loads and loads of places you can stop as well. Essaouira, however, is a port city, so you pretty much drive there and then you walk around at your leisure and then drive back, and it is that bit further. We actually got back from the Atlas Mountains 3 hours earlier than we got back from Essaouira yesterday. Parts of the Atlas Mountains were a bit somber because of the earthquake that happened here last year. We only saw from a distance some of the devastation to some of the villages, which is still very much ongoing. I wouldn't say that this is necessarily affecting tourism to the area, and there are definitely areas in the Atlas Mountains that need tourism, and they don't want tourism to stop because of this earthquake that happened a year ago. Earthquakes are very rare in Morocco. This earthquake was a real freak of nature, so it is very, very, very unlikely to happen again. And generally, I think that people in the area who own tourism businesses or who work with tourists do want tourists to visit still. And from a day trip at the Atlas Mountains from Marrakech, you don't actually go right to where the devastation is. We drove past a bit of it. The main area that you go to wasn't as badly hit by the earthquake as some of the areas that we drove past. All that being said, I do think it is very important when you visit places to try and give back to charities that are helping different issues that the place has. So from what I saw today, there definitely still needs to be work done in the Atlas Mountains to help the people whose homes were destroyed in the earthquake. And I think a really good charity to give money to is the Red Crescent. So the Red Crescent is similar to the Red Cross, but the Red Cross operates in predominantly Christian countries, whereas the Red Crescent operates in predominantly Muslim countries, and it just offers aid to victims of natural disasters and other disasters. I'm going to give 10% of the profits that this video makes, so all the ad revenue that this video makes, I will be giving 10% to the Red Crescent, specifically to help aid in Morocco's High Atlas Mountains following the 2023 earthquake. I'll also be posting the link to raise money for the Red Crescent appeal in the description. So yesterday in Essaouira, we had a really, really nice day. I like Essaouira as a place. It has a different vibe to Marrakech, so it was really cool to see Atlantic Morocco as opposed to sort of inland Morocco, and I've already seen Mediterranean Morocco. So it was really cool to see all of that and the beaches and everything. And I do also think that that is a worthwhile day trip from Marrakech. However, if you only have one day to do one day trip, I would say the Atlas Mountains are really, really special. Now, I did both of these trips with a company called Fez Day Tours, and despite the name, they also operate in Marrakech, and they offer trips all around the Marrakech region as well as the Fez region, and they also offer multi-night trips, some that go into the Sahara. So there's loads on offer there, and they are a great activity provider for your Morocco trip. I was really impressed with our guide Saeed. He was excellent, spoke excellent English. He was really, really nice to chat to. He gave us loads of information about the place and loads of information about Morocco in general. His car was super comfy. He kept it freshly stocked with water. He kept it really, really clean, and he was an excellent driver as well. So if you want to book any kind of Morocco tour, whether that be a day trip or a multi-day trip into the Sahara, I would definitely recommend Fez Day Tours. All of their information will be in the description as well. I've got so many more Morocco videos to come. I'm finishing up my Marrakech video now, and tomorrow we'll be taking the train to Fez. We'll also be spending some time in Fez and some time in Chefchaouen as well. So make sure you are following along for all of those. If you're sticking around, I recommend this video. It's all about my time in Marrakech, and it will be posted before I post this one. So check that out, and I hope I will see you next time.